All righty. Welcome back. Roanoke Live, episode 14. Tiffany, I think we might have moved.
Yes. I don't know. For all of you guys that are watching and not just listening, you can probably tell we are in a different space.
Yes.
So
not in the basement.
No, not in a dungeon. We are, in fact, in a very secret room at Berglund Center.
Yeah, no, we like the space. It's going to take some getting used to. We just probably spent the last half an hour messing with the sound, so hopefully this episode sounds good. But yeah, we're excited. We love this podcast, and we're happy with our new room. We're excited to welcome some guests here. So Tiffany, episode 14. How we feeling?
Feel good. I can't believe we're on 14. That's crazy. We started this a little over a year ago, and we're super thankful for the support. So thank you guys for tuning in every month and listening to us yap. We are professional yappers and podcasters.
All right, well, let's roll right into it. And also, I will mention, I think we might have figured out we had a soundboard.
Yes.
So if you hear some sound, just bear with us. But anyway, so let's roll right into the first topic. We got college football. Tiffany, break it down for us.
All right, so I can't tell you anything that's going to happen on college football.
Well, nobody can.
Yeah, football, go throw the thing, score the points. Yeah.
You gotta give yourself more credit.
Yeah, I do pay attention to sports, but it's like I feel like I've been so far removed from watching sports, especially recently. But I will tell you, I love fall sports.
Yes.
I love football. I love watching it. I think if you guys have seen our very first episode, you know Rob and I do not agree on college football.
Oh, yeah.
Big rivalry here.
That looks like Hokie colors.
Yeah, I'm a Hokie.
Or is that black? No, I'm colorblind.
Yes, Rob is colorblind. You guys are now learning for the first time.
I bought a hat and I thought it was black, and then I got out of the store and it was totally green.
Nice. There you go. He bought a green and orange. I don't know what colors. But so.
And that's your college football recap.
It is. We talked about colors, being colorblind, and go sport.
No, but for real, week 0. So I'll break it down for you. So this weekend, actually, it would already passed. So the Friday this come out is week 1. The week before that is week 0. And that's when they just do a couple of games. There's some in Ireland, and then one in Ireland. And then it's a full slate. But I'm so pumped. There's been a little bite in the air lately. I love fall. You know, when you're younger, it's like summer's over, it's sad, but now I'm like, let's go. Let's get cold weather.
Yeah. I love this weather. It's been great. Yeah. Like, I like wearing fall clothes more than summer clothes. So I love how we turn this from football into
we talked a lot of football.
So. We love fall. Pumpkin. Oh my gosh. Today is the first day that pumpkin spice lattes are available.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I love me
another college football breakdown.
Yes. I don't necessarily... I'm going to take back what I said. I'm pretty sure I said I wasn't a PSL fan. Love me some pumpkin spice. Now, I did not. I've changed. It's been a year, guys. I'm embracing my basic white girl.
Wow.
Are you excited?
You have changed.
I have a lot. But anyways, back to football.
No, let's just move on.
I don't think we want to talk about it.
Let's just call that our recap.
Go Hokies.
Okay, no. Hold on. I think let's go for the first one.
Those will quickly become my favorite on the podcast. Yeah. Amazing.
All right, so let's go into our second segment. Tiffany, what do we got here?
Okay, so we are going to talk unpopular opinions.
Yes.
Rob and I love to just talk about, I don't want to say other people's opinions, but that's what we're about to do. It's kind of an interesting thing just to see what we think. So I brought 5 and he brought 5, and hopefully we did not bring the same ones. So I looked on the internet.
That'd be pretty interesting if we brought the same unpopular opinion.
Yeah, it would, because then it wouldn't be unpopular.
Yeah,
right?
Or maybe we're just alike. But how do you want to do this? You want to go first?
Yes.
Do you want to read all 5, or should we go 1 and 1?
We'll go back and forth.
Okay.
So I'll read my first one.
Okay.
Soda in a can tastes better than soda in a bottle.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's an unpopular opinion, but I think we're agree on that. Like, I have rankings. You want to hear my rankings?
Okay, go for it.
Best sodas?
Yes.
So the best ever is just the can.
Yep,
Okay?
I agree.
Yeah, and then it's fountain.
Yes, I agree.
Then it's 20 ounce, and last, all the way down on the floor is a 2 liter.
Yeah, okay. I was going to say liter.
Yeah, well, same sort of deal. But yeah, I totally agree with that.
And I wonder if it's because the carbonation in a smaller,
that might be true.
Sense.
Yeah.
I don't know, like scientifically speaking. But all right, we both agree. I would say verdict is popular opinion.
Yeah, probably.
So. All right, Rob.
Participation trophies aren't bad.
I don't think so. You are now coaching kids.
Yes.
I used to coach kids, and I like to make the kids feel good.
Right. It's to a certain age, right? Like, probably not high school, but
or adult. I feel like participation trophies as an adult is a little strange.
Right.
But if you're like below the age of 10, I think it should be allowed.
Exactly. So like people say, well, you got to win to earn it. But it's not like these teams are formed with intention. It's basically where you live. So the talent level isn't distributed. So I agree. And also you got to get the kids loving sports if you want to continue. So everyone's got a big beef with them. Yeah. It's become a hot topic, but a 6-year-old should get a trophy for playing football. And it is an accomplishment for them.
Yeah, I completely agree. And I think that people that hate on participation trophies, I think it's like a joke as an adult getting one. Yeah. But for kids, I want kids to continue playing sports. Right. Especially I play soccer and you're coaching soccer. Right. So that it's dwindled down the amount of kids that
Exactly.
play. So we want to encourage them to do that.
Okay, so our first two we agree on. Very unpopular.
Yes. Yeah, right. I think we both are very like-minded, which is why we agree. Okay. So don't wear a bow tie if you want to be taken seriously.
Okay. I think
I thought this was a fun.
Yeah, I think that's probably right, but I think there's certain occasions. But
yeah, so if
I have a guy in mind that wears one that. Okay. Yeah, probably so. And then you got Farnsworth Bentley. You remember him?
Yeah, I wonder if it's situational too. Yeah. If you're going to a black tie event and you wear a bow tie or something like that,
or a wedding, you can pull it off.
Yeah, I don't really think twice. But if somebody is getting up to talk a tech topic or something, and they're wearing a bow tie, I might kind of be like, this guy, Yeah. I don't know though. I think people should wear what makes them happy. So.
Okay, so I thought this was your opinion.
No. I found these on the internet. You guys don't want to hear my unpopular opinions?
No, I do. Listen. You've now been put on the spot.
My next one will be something that I believe in.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Oh, you want me to go ahead and do another one?
All right. Or you go 2, I'll go 2.
This is going to get very dicey. Okay. Pineapples belong on pizza, and I just talked to somebody about this. Yep. I just talked to... See, I knew we were going to have one. I knew it. It's the most unpopular.
I love pineapple on pizza.
See, me too. Okay, well...
Pineapple and ham or pineapple and pepperoni, just sweet and salty.
Yes. So Hawaiian, basically. Yeah. Hawaiian pizza is goated.
Especially fresh pineapple.
Yeah. Now, cheese pizza with pineapple on it. Thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, it's fine.
Yeah, it's sweet and salty. Yeah, so I just don't know if that was a weird, because I like to do that, but I wanted your opinion before I admitted that.
Yeah, anchovies
before I was I eat cheese pizza with pineapple on it. That's a little serial killer
No, pineapple's delicious.
No, it is. It's just I feel like it has to have pepperoni or something on it.
All right, well, we did have one, so that's kind of cool. All right, I'll go 2. Here we go. Here's the first one. Deodorant is a scam.
Some deodorants are a scam.
I feel like the more deodorant you wear, the more you have to wear it.
I agree. I think listen, I love the aluminum free, stuff that's good for your body and all that, but I'm telling you, it does not work. From somebody that goes from this to going to a job where I run around for hours, does not work. So I don't know. I have to constantly reapply.
I'm not saying deodorant never use deodorant. You don't want to be the smelly guy in work. Yeah. But the more you use, the more you need it.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it could condition your body, and now they have the advanced strength, that kind of stuff, which is insane. And it's a natural thing for humans to sweat. I guess if you just take care of it within a time, if you shower, you're once whatever, I think that's okay. Yeah. Everybody's gonna stink once in their life. We're humans,
right.
Whatever.
Yeah, that's what Tiffany tells herself when she walks around.
No, it's what I tell myself when I go to concerts and I'm next to somebody who's just soaking wet, like the penguin from Batman. We still love you.
All right, my next one is the lead. So I just recently went on a vacation, but this applies to that or like going on a concert. The lead up to your trip or concert is better than the actual event.
I would agree. Bittersweet.
Yeah, there's the energy you have when you're driving to the concert,
yes,
or like when you're leaving work, getting ready to go on a trip.
Yes,
99% of the time is better than the actual activity.
Okay, I would say that's fair. I think I'm sad before, like when I get to a concert that I've really
you're like, it's over.
Yeah, because I've been looking forward to it. So yeah, that makes complete and total sense.
That's why Friday's the best, because it's the possibility is almost more exciting than what actually is.
That's why Sunday scaries exist.
Yes,
but
because it's over.
Yes, but when you're at a concert, you're having concert scaries. Like they're like, "This is our last song," and you start sobbing. You're like, "No, I don't want to leave." But okay, yeah, I would say
you kind of agree with that.
I agree.
Okay, all right. You got your last. Oh, you got one more, right?
Yeah, I got one more. So this is probably a popular opinion, but stop having one-on-one combos in the iMessage group chat.
I do kind of like. That is kind of weird. But like, what do? You're just in the middle and just stop?
Well, so what you do is you go get that person's number unless they're already... If you're having a one-on-one conversation with somebody out of or inside the group chat, you probably know them well enough to talk to them outside.
Yeah, but do you just say, let's just move this here?
Don't even tell them. Just text them outside the group chat and be like, so what you were saying, you know, like, I don't know, not... Because... Like, for example, I have like a group chat with my soccer team. Yeah. There are people all day just having one-on-one combos. Yes. And I'm sitting here and like, what is happening? Why are we text each other? Like, what are we doing? But
yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. My last one is cereal sucks.
I do not like cereal. I love oatmeal. Does that count?
No, oatmeal's good. You eat cereal. I mean, it's a good snack.
I don't like cereal. Yeah.
It's sugary. Actually, but you eat it and you're hungry in an hour. Like, it's totally pointless.
Count Chocula cereal, the Halloween cereals. Yes.
It's good.
Everything, Lucky Charms, yes. Everything else, no.
I consider it more candy than anything, right?
It's true. It's got a lot of sugar in it.
I'm not having that for breakfast.
Speak for yourself. Yeah. I'm just kidding.
I don't know. It just like, it never, like, it's
I'm going to live off Count Chocula in October. Just be here, meal prep it. You see me in the kitchen.
It's like Ziploc bags.
Anybody, like Count Chocula dealer.
You got it in the fridge.
Yeah. Ready to go.
Do you have any honorable mentions? We can run through you said you had a couple.
Theme parks are overrated.
Yeah, I agree with that one.
Expensive, overrated.
I had one. Boneless wings get too much hate.
I don't like traditional is the way to go.
They are, but like sometimes like you don't want to get sauce all over you. You know?
Yeah. I get it. Yeah, I mean boneless is okay. It's like chicken tenders.
Don't even get me started on that. Have you had Wendy's saucy nuggets?
No, I need to go get them.
They're trash. And that is
just kidding.
That is a nugget with sauce on it. It's different. It's different.
All right. Well, I will take your word for it. I still like traditional all the way. Flats over drums.
Okay. All right.
And with that, we're going to close out unpopular opinions. But I will say, if you're listening on Facebook,
yes,
we want you guys to comment your unpopular opinions. Keep them appropriate, please. And maybe we'll mention some on the next podcast.
And then we'll give away some tickets to whoever has the best one.
Yes. If Rob and I both are, no, I'm just kidding. Yeah. Because then people just like say
or
what
the
they
worst
think we
one.
agree.
I think the worst one. Yeah.
Or maybe even one we've never heard of. We don't know. We'll see what we get and we'll pick from there. But okay, well, we have a new sound for Pop Goes Berglund. Yeah. Not to put you on the spot, Rob, but do you want our listeners to hear the new music
I think people got sick of me putting my fingers in my mouth, so we went with... Is that long enough? Should we do it again?
Yep.
All right, now we have Pop Goes Berglund.
Love it, guys. We're doing it bigger and better. We are constantly finding ways to improve the podcast.
Yeah, I think we just amuse ourselves, and hopefully people find it amusing.
We do. I think that's our goal, is to make. If we find it funny, we obviously think you guys will.
Right. Okay. Right. So I'll go through the topics for this one. So the first topic is Love is Dead. And that's because J-Lo and Ben Affleck called it quits again. I had to.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on that? Because I wasn't
dead. I mean, if they can't, no, I'm just kidding. Of course, they got a freaking divorce.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. There were videos that popped up all over social media of her like yelling at him and like smack, just like, you know, when like wives get mad at their husband, just like smack them on the chest. Yes. I've seen that. And I'm like, oh.
And then they'd be like, no, we're fine. It's like, no,
you're obviously not. Like, you guys can't even behave in public. Fake it in public, and then when you get home, whatever you got to do.
Gosh.
But yeah, so I don't know. I didn't think they were gonna make it either. I mean, I'm just not concerned.
No. And the second topic is Love is Alive and Well.
Woo!
Because Nelly, and we figured that we didn't know that they were actually together. We had them here last summer. Nelly and Ashanti just welcomed their first child.
I have to do the hand clapping at the same time.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So yeah, kudos. Shout out to all us 2000s kids growing up in the 2000s, 90s. We love Nelly, and it's like a fairy tale come to life. We always thought they were dating, and who knows?
I know. I had no idea. Like, you telling me that today, I was like shell shocked because I was like, wait, what? They were together? It's like that meme of the fish and SpongeBob that's like holding on the table. Like, what is happening?
We talking memes.
We do. If you guys didn't notice, we talking memes. We have a meme on our paper.
We'll cut it in.
Yep, you're gonna have to put it in.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
All right. Last topic has to do with Chappell Roan.
Yes, I love her.
Yes, she is awesome. Her controversial video she posted saying, basically, don't bother me while I'm in public. I don't care if I'm famous.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to breathe on me. No, she didn't say that, but basically.
It came off like that, which was crazy because she has so many fans that are so passionate about her. That it almost came off, again, spoiled brat energy. And I hate to say that because I still like her.
But some people had her back. Like, some people were like, no, you go, girl. Like, you don't owe us anything. I don't know. I'll start and then you could say your feelings. But I have mixed feelings about it because, like, you're famous and rich because of your fans. Like,
it's true.
Like, obviously, it's a weird. Her main point was like, it's a weird experience. But okay, well then don't be rich and famous. Like,
no, I agree.
Like, be respectful. Don't like. There's a line, obviously. But like.
I have mixed emotions about it. Like, I agree with her, but I also disagree, like, to a point because I think that there's a time and place. So, like, if they're coming up to you at inappropriate times, 100%, like, you're out to dinner with your family and you haven't seen, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I think people's thoughts of that when they come up to her in public are, I'm never going to see her again, so I need to take my chance to go up and say hi or take a picture or whatever. So yeah, it's tough. I'm kind of on the fence because I like her so much, but at the same time, I do think that her whole brand is just being like very honest and saying how she feels, and I think that's what that video was her just saying, hello guys, don't. But I think saying not at all is kind of spoiled. I mean,
it's just like, you know, look at Taylor Swift or like Michael Jackson when he was popular. Like, he had to like rent out a grocery store. Like, it's just, that's what comes along with it. If you're not comfortable with that, don't do Lollapalooza shows with 125,000 people. Like, you can't have it both ways. If you want to just be like an artist, do dive bars. Like, you know who's kind of transitioned to that is Miley Cyrus. Like, she's humongous. Yeah. But like, she doesn't, like, she's not feeling the attention right now. So she's just doing like,
she's doing her own thing.
Yeah.
Yep. No, I agree. I wish there was a happy medium there. No, I mean, I did see the video and her attitude in it was kind of a turnoff. But like I said, and that's hard for me because me and my friends love her.
Yeah, like, I like her too.
Yeah, it's just really, man. Yeah. If you're going to be a pop queen, you have to deal with that stuff.
Right. Well, maybe, you know, it could have just been a reactionary video. Like, she's just feeling overwhelmed that day.
Yeah, that's true.
You know.
That is true.
It's not like, you know, how many times you said something? It's like, well, you know, I don't really mean that anymore.
I've had those days where I've been like, oh, man, I shouldn't have said that. Or, she can delete the video still. I feel like everybody's seen it, but maybe she could just come back and apologize. But being in the public,
do that.
Yeah, I don't think so. She
turned off the comments.
She's a queen that stands on her word. I will say that.
Standing on business. Yeah,
she's standing on business. So, Rob, now that we're done with Pop Goes Berglund.
Yes. Hold on. Should we play it out?
Yes. All right. So we're going to... I don't even know what to do. I'm so, like, caught off guard. We have upcoming events at Berglund Center, you guys.
Yeah.
No, you're good. I wasn't expecting that. So we're super excited. This happened yesterday, so the podcast is dropping today. But I still wanted to talk about the show because I'm sure it went really well.
Yeah, it was a fantastic show.
It was a great show. Amazing. He sounded great. Co Wetzel.
We're laughing because it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, it hasn't.
I'm sure it was great.
Yes.
He's awesome.
Yes, I saw him before. I know he's great. But he's going to be with Treaty Oak Revival, which is going to be great, and Tanner Usry. So that's on September 5th.
Yes.
Just to mention that. And then on September 15th, we have New Life Christian Ministries Fun Day. I believe they're giving away a car.
And now a new car.
Yes. Yes. I wish we had like a soundboard.
I know. I'm just making my own.
So you could do a read for a new car. That'd be hilarious. And then on September 19th, we have like a back-to-back double header. Kind of excited. I don't even know what to call it.
All right.
So we have Jim Gaffigan here, who's a comedian. If you guys haven't heard of him, he's hilarious. And we have Shrek the Musical. So Jim's going to be in the Coliseum, and then Shrek is going to be in the theater.
Yes.
So you guys make it out to one of those.
And if you're coming, make sure you leave yourself extra time for parking.
Amen.
It's going to be a lot of people here.
Going to be fun.
It's going to be fun.
It's going to be a good party.
Yeah.
So September 21st, we have Prepare-a-thon. That I believe they're in the Coliseum. But if you guys want to be prepared for, I think it's like natural disasters and other things like that, you can come see some of the vendors, and they will. I think they're probably giving out some stuff to help you.
Sweet.
So that'll be cool. So that rounds out our upcoming events.
Right.
And lastly, actually, that has been episode 14 of me and Rob.
Yes.
But we have a very exciting interview with Seph Custer. He is a local musician here who is very talented.
Yes, very.
He plays so many string instruments. It's insane. So we're very excited to have him on the podcast and kind of talk about how he got into that, how long he's been playing, and what all he plays. So
awesome. Well, thanks, Tiff, for that, and we will kick it right now to the Seth interview, and we appreciate everybody watching, and we'll see you next month.
And welcome back to Roanoke Live. We are here with a very awesome guest today. We have Seph Custer. He is a singer, songwriter, and instrumentalist from Southwest Virginia. So, Seph, say hi.
Hi.
Welcome on. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we'll just dive right in. We're going to ask you some questions, get to know you a little bit. I heard you're a real talented guy, so you might even play a song for us at the end.
I think we can.
Okay. Awesome, man. Well, why don't we just start with you telling us about yourself? Like, it says you play a bunch of different instruments. So, like, we know we got guitar, but are you from Roanoke? Yeah, just give us the rundown, like the quick pitch.
All right, quick elevator pitch.
Yeah,
okay,
there we go.
Here we go. Elevator pitch. I started playing guitar when I was like 11 years old, and I took lessons for like 3 months, I think. I did that for a while, and then I just played. In my first band, I played in a punk band, which is perfect if you took lessons for 3 months. You can play in a punk band.
I love it.
And then when I was about 15, I started teaching myself banjo. And when I was about 18, I started teaching myself mandolin, maybe a little earlier. And then fiddle after that. And now I think I play like 15 different strings.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, that's insane.
So you're so 3 months, and then you taught yourself the rest. Huh?
Yes, but I have to. I got a full stop on that. I had the best teacher of all time. That's why I only needed 3 months. That first guitar book you get, I made it all the way through that in 3 months, and it's all thanks to David Cannaday.
Okay.
That's the guy that does it.
All right.
That's awesome. So are you from Roanoke?
No, I'm from Franklin County.
Okay.
I'm from Callaway. I'm what some people would call a redneck.
Okay.
I love that. So do your parents have a musical background? Or?
No. My dad knows a lot of church songs, and he loves his classic rock. And I love my mom a lot, but she can't carry a tune in a bucket.
Aww.
But she's got great taste in music. And so I grew up listening to Louis Armstrong and Frank Sinatra and bluegrass and Celtic music and classic rock from my dad and southern rock from my dad. And I got kind of the best of both worlds on that. You know?
Amazing. There's a lot of different genres there. So
yeah.
I like that. I feel like I just started trying to learn how to play guitar, and for anybody listening that hasn't tried, it is probably one of the hardest things. Like, it just, so many chords, notes, so the fact that you know how to play, like, what did you say, 8?
15.
Several.
The fact that you know that many is just insane. It's
yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
It really is. So that leads right into the next question. Like, since you know so many instruments, like, well, how would you describe your genre, or can you put a limit on it? Because like some of my favorite artists are the ones that are just like reinventing themselves every time they put out new music, because I think that is the really tell. But I was curious if you like put yourself in a genre, or it's just like I make music.
I don't think I necessarily like box myself in, if that makes sense. You know? I when I write songs, it's to write those songs, and I've played in, like I said, punk bands. I played in folk bands and funk bands and bluegrass. I am the mandolin player for Brackish Water Jamboree, which is like an old time kind of bluegrass band from Virginia Beach, and I've gotten to do all these different things. And so when I write songs, it's just for the song itself, and that really helps when you do that solo with a guitar, because as soon as you add another instrument, you're in another genre. So like, I could write a song and it'll be great, but we add on the guitar and we've got funk music, or you can add on a banjo and then you've got a bluegrass album. So it all kind of lends itself to whatever it needs to be at the end of the day. The core of it really comes down to like songwriting. So I guess the best, vaguest way to describe that is Americana music.
Okay. All right. Cool. I love that.
Got it.
That's awesome. So you mentioned some of the, you said Frank Sinatra, some of your mom's musical tastes. Name some, who's, would you say is one of your bigger influences when it comes to music? I
think, all right, so I know for a fact, when I started, the first music I heard, even before I played guitar, and thought like, this is good. I was watching TV as like a 9-10-year-old, and an advertisement came on for Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, right?
and my favorite video.
Yeah, that one's great. That was a lot of my childhood time there. But
I don't know if that really shapes a person.
It does. The song and the commercial was "Welcome to the Jungle" by Guns N' Roses, and I heard that and I thought, what is that? What is that sound? And so I was way into that, and my oldest sister Heather bought me a Guns N' Roses Greatest Hits album. Listened to it back and forth. And then for my birthday that year, she got me a Guns N' Roses Live in Tokyo 1992 DVD. And I got to watch it. And as soon as I saw that and just... and watching Slash play, I was like, I'm going to do that. And I couldn't tell you why I thought that was cool or why I thought that's what I should do, but I saw it and I'm like, I'm going to do that. We're doing that. And that's what got me started, which is kind of funny considering, like, now I'm playing mostly bluegrass or Americana and acoustic, and I started off with late 80s hard rock guitar.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you like Grateful Dead, like those type of Americana?
Absolutely. Well, and I like the Grateful Dead. The Grateful Dead have a bunch of good tunes and a bunch of great live takes of tunes. And so, like, that's awesome. But my favorite Grateful Dead stuff is the acoustic stuff.
Yeah.
And even past that, the Jerry Garcia and David Grisman album they did together, was it not just for kids? And they just went through like a children's songbook and played through those songs, and like Freight Train's on there. There's so many good ones, and that's a lot of my mandolin playing came from that album.
Oh, okay, that's awesome. I don't think I've ever heard that one.
Oh, that's worth a listen.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That is super cool.
Yeah. So speaking of different instruments that you play, so I know you mentioned you played 15. So you named a couple of them. Can you name all, I guess, 15 that you play?
Okay, so we're gonna. It depends how you want to subdivide. So we've got acoustic guitar, regular acoustic, regular electric, which same ballpark, different category. Yeah. But then we've got dobro as well, and then we've got electric slide guitar, which is a whole different ballpark. We've got ukulele, we've got mandolin, we've got violin, we've got viola, bass, whether it be acoustic bass, electric bass, upright. They're all, again, we could subdivide that into 15 different things, all kind of in the same deal. We've got all the different types of ukuleles, baritone, tenor ukuleles.
Oh my gosh.
We can just keep them going.
Yeah.
And then it gets like a little more odd. So that's kind of where the string instruments cut off, but then I can do a bit of piano. And my hands always want to curl up like I'm playing guitar.
Yes,
they I want to play piano like I've just got nubs,
knuckles.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I know where all the notes are. I physically know where they are, and so that works out. And then we've got the different types of banjo. We've got tenor banjo, we've got a regular standard tuning banjo, long scale banjo. quite a handful, you know.
Yeah.
And so typically, if it has strings, if you give me about a day or two,
you can learn.
I can figure something out on there to work out for you.
I knew most
incredible.
of those.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. No, Rob's
There's a
like,
couple of, you lost me on a couple, but
They sound familiar, yeah.
yeah, that's too funny.
that's awesome, man. People that can play that many instruments always fascinates me because
Same.
it's I'm kind of with you, Tiffany. You've taken it to another step, which is super awesome. Like trying to learn. Like
Yeah.
it's always interested me to know how to play the guitar,
Mm-hmm.
but it's so cool that all those different instruments you play, and
Yeah.
I think that's super
incredible.
awesome. Yeah.
So I know that you play at a bunch of different local venues around Roanoke and beyond. What is your dream venue to perform at? If you could perform at like any venue, anywhere, U.S. or elsewhere.
Okay, so this one's gonna sound odd for sure because I've seen pictures and videos of all these great musicians playing these places, right?
Yeah.
But my dream show, and there's circumstances, there's rules for this.
Yeah.
Is I'm from Franklin County. I'm from Callaway. There's no venues in Callaway to play at all. I mean, if you talk them into it, I bet Bowling's Hot Dogs and Ferrum would let you play some songs. And I love that. I've done that before, and I love it.
All right.
If I got the choice in it, I would just one time like to play the Harvester in
Yep.
Rocky Mount to
Yeah.
a sold-out crowd.
That's an awesome
And,
venue.
and just see everyone there from my younger years, from my childhood there, saying, hey, you know what, cool, glad you made it. you know?
Yeah.
Like that would be lovely.
Yes,
is
I
super
love that.
cool.
I haven't been to the Harvester, but I really want to go. There just
You
hasn't
got to.
been.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
Well, didn't they
Yeah.
have? I thought they were maybe gonna have Jackal. That would have been somebody I would have been interested in seeing.
I
But
think they may have talked about it, yeah.
yeah, that would probably be one that I would have been interested in. But I don't know if the show ever happened for whatever
Yeah.
reason.
Well, if
But,
they decide to come, I'll buy you a ticket.
Yeah,
We'll
thank
go.
you.
We'll
I
go.
appreciate it. That sounds like a good deal. So, are there any artists or bands that you would like to collaborate with? I know you had talked about a couple. Should we say living or dead or just?
No, I'm curious. Living. Let's start
Okay,
living because
Start living.
Yeah,
work on
because
it.
I'm like
We'll do that first.
you named a lot of people that like are classic. Not like classical, but like
Yeah,
I'm curious, like more
That's the one you
modern.
throw-
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, and my whole thing, especially recently, especially like within the past 5 years, is I don't want to be any kind of rock star, superstar, or anything like that. I want to be a utility musician. I want to be like, we're gonna call you if we need help,
Yeah.
and we need help, so we're calling you. And so that works out. Like this past weekend on Saturday, I got to play with the Lolo Chariot at the Boone's Mill Apple Festival.
Oh,
Yeah,
awesome.
Right, and
yeah.
so that was awesome. And not last night, night before last at Fork in the Alley, I got to play with Carissa Joy and Brian McKee at Fork in the Alley as Sky Dolphin.
I love that.
And so when I play with them, I get to they're like, yeah, bring whatever instrument you want, we'll figure it out. And they're awesome like that.
awesome.
And so as a utility musician like that, I would love to. I mean, a lot my newer favorites. I mean, of course, Billy Strings. Billy Strings is doing great.
Yep.
Tyler Childress is doing great. I think that I would like. I'd like to sit down and talk to like Post Malone. I think that would be interesting
Yeah.
because it seems
Yeah.
like that guy has led an interesting life.
Yeah.
He really has. And just the difference in music, like from him going to where he started to where he is now, I mean, yeah, that's incredible. So,
And that's just for live performance. I think the biggest one for studio, if I got the choice, I would want to sit down and collaborate and produce with Tyler the Creator. I think that would be the one.
Oh
That'd be
yeah.
the one.
I love that one.
that's a great
he's a
choice.
super interesting artist.
yeah.
Yeah, a little bit everywhere.
Yeah, he really is. He really is. And I was seeing something before where like, so he's like super talented with like acting and comedy and stuff like that. And he said what really kicked his butt into gear with music is somebody came up to him and was like, I love your comedy, but never heard of him as an artist.
Oh.
So he did it out of spite
Just hurt his
and focused all of his attention to music. And that's what kind of kickstarted his career.
Okay.
I thought that was
That's
super
awesome.
interesting.
No, I love that.
So with these different shows that you've played around town, with these bands and things like that, is there an experience that stands out to you that was like, wow, that was a super cool show or an experience that you had?
Man. There's
Kind of putting you on the
there's-
spot.
There's
there,
a bunch.
sorry. Okay.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, please put me on the spot.
Okay. All right. All right. Bring the fire.
You
I
don't
love it.
start playing music unless you want some kind of attention
Yeah.
or
Yeah, right.
something. You know? Please put me on the spot. So I mean, best. Okay, so this is the most tragic story I can tell,
Okay,
and also
my favorite.
like one of my favorites. So like back in maybe late June of like 2018, I think that sounds right. I had set up and promoted the hell out of this show at the Spot on Kirk. And I had just worked it. And so I was going to do this live album recording. And I had all these songs, and I was going to debut new songs, and I did. And I played these new songs. It was a sold-out crowd. It was perfect. And the best part was like, well, let me say that for a second. So we go to record it. And for whatever reason, there's this very vague, uncalculable. It wasn't rhythmic. There was no issue with the bass or anything like that. But for whatever reason in this recording, there's a
Oh, jeez.
sound, and there's no rhyme or reason. There's no timing to it or anything. And we listen to it and like, oh, this is so good, except for the fact that there's.
Oh,
But the
jeez.
best part of that was like you can hear my dad in the back row accidentally kick a beer can over. And it probably wasn't even his. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Mm-hmm. But at the beginning of every song, or the end of every song, and sometimes the beginning of a song, I get done, I go, "Tick-a-da," and you hear one, woo! And you just know it's my dad, and it was awesome. The whole thing was beautiful, and it's still saved. I mean, maybe I'll put it out and just throw it online to see what happens.
Yeah, right.
Even with that little click, scratchy noise.
Yeah.
But that was, it was so much fun. It was perfect. Mm-hmm. It was, I had never felt like more of a rock star than that moment in my life. I did a radio interview for the local NPR station the same day,
yeah.
I think, and went and did the whole thing and the whole kit and caboodle. It was just beautiful and perfect, and I'll never forget that day. I'll never forget it. And there's been plenty here. I mean, I've loved the chances I've gotten to play at 5 Points. Martin's has been very generous with me. And Jason Martin, thank you so much for all the chances you've given me. And I just... There's a reason that I've stuck around here instead of just, seeing what happens wherever else. Because, I mean, I've traveled all over the country with different bands touring. But there's a reason I'm still here, There's really, really great spots to play, and everybody's so kind. And, anybody who hasn't been kind is somehow out of business. It's worked out.
Yeah.
Okay. So did you ever figure out what that noise was, or was it just something that's just always...
I mean, there's... From a logistical point of view, there's 10 things it probably could have been.
Yeah.
It might have been an uneven power source in the venue. They might have had a neon light plugged in the wrong spot. It may have been on our equipment, that we're using to record the show. And so, no, we never got to the bottom of that, because the next time we tried to record live after that, no problems. It was like, it's fine. It's fun. Everything's fine.
Happens.
We're dipping our toe into sound here. We just relocated the podcast room, and we're very novice. So you should have seen us carrying this stuff. We tried to not unplug everything, so we were walking down with everything still plugged in as we were going down.
That's how it goes.
Yeah, right. And then we had everything plugged in, and then one day we come back in and everything's unplugged.
We're calling it the podcast ghost.
Yeah. And then so we had a small echo, and it was driving us mad trying to figure out what was going on.
Have you named the podcast ghost yet?
No.
That'll fix it. You have to name it, because if you name the podcast ghost, then you get to blame it all on Joshua, the podcast ghost.
Okay.
Oh, that must be Steven, the podcast ghost.
We gotta use those names now.
We do. Joshua, Steven.
I love that.
Yeah. All right, that's good advice.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
So how do you approach performing live? Do you have any pre-show rituals or routines that you do, other than, I'm assuming you do vocal warm-ups, finger warm-ups, all that kind of stuff?
The funny part is I don't at all. There is no warm-up. There's no preparation. Okay. All right, so I guess if someone said, hey, could you bring a band and play at a venue that's local? I'd say, yeah, we're going to bring the flat breaks. We've never rehearsed. The flat breaks have existed for 4 years. There's never been a rehearsal. So there's only been live shows. And so I like to keep that tradition going. And as far as being a solo artist, I haven't made a set list in 12 years.
Wow.
Because as soon as I do, I start playing and I'm like, oh, I got to save that for later. That's too good.
Yeah.
None of these look good. Let me throw something in that's not on here. And so I realized if I don't make a set list, there's no pressure to do anything right. And if we have rehearsals and, we throw all these notes yeah, that sounds perfect, then you have to play it just like that. But if you don't do that, and you just trust the people on stage that are there with you to do what they're supposed to do, then you don't have to worry about that at all.
Yeah.
And so you get something special night after night. And not only does that make each show unique, but that, as a musician, that kind of keeps you going.
Yeah.
You're not pigeonholed. You're not pocketed in this one place. Yeah. You're there in the moment, and that kind of works with like how I've recorded my albums, my past two, and the one that I'm working on right now. Is there's no extra fluff. There's no like, oh well, let's see if this works, and we're gonna like work it out perfect. No, it's just like playing live. And so like the albums I'm working on right now. You go in, I'm going to play it like I would be playing in front of a crowd, and then I'll throw a couple instruments on top of that and overdub, and we'll call it a day.
Okay.
Because there's nothing like live music. That's why people buy tickets.
Right.
Otherwise, they sit at home and listen to it on iTunes.
Yeah. I completely agree.
There was like a time in the music industry before COVID where like people were like, are people going to still buy concert tickets? Like virtual reality, it's like nothing beats the experience, the energy of the crowd.
No,
like,
you got to be there.
Yeah, there's really nothing that beats it. And so your pre-show ritual is to not have any ritual.
Yep.
Yes. All right. So past any preparation for the music.
No preparation.
All right. So if I'm gonna have any kind of ritual, I'm gonna be like slamming a Red Bull in the back where no one can see me. I'll probably do like some jumping jacks, and get hyped up. Corny jokes always, bad improv always, jokes.
Okay.
And just treating the whole thing like you were in your living room, like if you were going to host a party in your living room, like what kind of party you want to have at your house?
Yeah.
And I don't want people like kicking stuff and knocking stuff. Oh,
right.
Exactly.
Right.
But I don't want everyone sitting in chairs like, yes, this is a very fine wine today. And so there's like, I don't know. It's half of it is feeling the room. The other half of it is feeling yourself, know, and being comfortable with you,
I like that.
So how you are really like, when I've always found this interesting when artists are on stage, you can tell the difference in the rooms, and you're playing accordingly to that. Like you could say if they have low energy, we got to get it up, or like this crowd just doesn't have it. Like that's something that's in you. You could definitely tell.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And I think like where I've done primarily solo work over the past 10 years, because I've gotten all these great opportunities to play with all these great people, but like the real thing that has kept this, if I was going to treat this like a business, what's kept this business going is solo work. And yeah, you show up to a restaurant or a party or whoever wants you to play, and you're like setting up your guitar tuning or whatever, and you can hear in the back, oh yeah, I heard that Susan was getting that operation. She's gonna need some help. Then, like, of course, you're gonna start off pretty soft and quiet.
Yeah.
But if you're tuning up your guitar and you're like, oh yeah, Billy John, I just heard he bought a new house. He's gonna have a party next weekend. Then you know what you're supposed to do. You know what you're supposed to do as a job.
Oh,
that's awesome.
You gotta turn the party up.
Yes, exactly. And
so that's a great way to quantify.
You gotta match the energy.
And with solo work, that works out great because like you can be like, oh, let's hit the gas real quick. Oh, or like, oh, okay. Oh,
gotta ease
I just heard Susan's wife has to have a surgery, so we're gonna play something soft. You know exactly what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, that's a great way of thinking about it. I never thought about it like that.
So I know that you are a guitar teacher. So I know, yes. So what are
yours, right?
Yeah, potentially mine.
Yes. Yeah.
Potentially my music theory teacher.
Yes.
What are some top 3 just general tips that you can share with anyone listening that just wants to start playing an instrument?
Okay.
He's like, I'm ready.
No, I want to rephrase
We're gonna talk
here.
right to the camera.
So here we go. Here's the deal.
So tune in if you're not watching.
I'm just doing this to say, trust me.
Yes.
I'm a professor adjunct at Hollins, and I run the community high school band program at Community High School in downtown Roanoke. So trust me on this. Top 3 tips I can give to someone who wants to play an instrument. Does not matter. Play what you like. I mean, if you can find yourself a solid teacher, one-on-one, then no matter your ability, whatever at all, I mean, even if you can only play 4 notes, they should be able to show you a song in a genre that you like that they can give you 4 notes for, Like, play what you like. That's what's going to keep you going. But that being said, play something that challenges you. And so the second step is well, I want to play bluegrass and country. I shouldn't have to learn jazz. Learn jazz.
Yep.
Learn jazz. Learn jazz. It's gonna be worth it. Trust me. Absolutely. So you got to go with what you know and what you like. Go with something that makes you uncomfortable. And then third, you got to focus on muscle memory. And so just like those first 3-4 notes I was talking about, if you're going to play the riff for Sweet Child of Mine, and that, like that's what you're into, play it, play it, play it. Play it till you can do it perfect. Play it when you mess it up. Play it in a different key. Play it. If you know it, it will work itself out. And that also gives itself to play with, other people. Because if you can play that one piece in different keys, you always want to play to or with people that can play better than you. That's what makes you better.
Yep.
If you ever get the chance, play with people who are better than you. And I will honestly tell you, it will make you feel terrible.
Yeah.
When you start doing that, you'll feel so bad. You're like,
so
wow,
real.
why am I so bad at this? But the only way you can get better is by almost feeling bad about it,
It's true.
And eventually one day, you won't feel bad about it anymore.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like it. Those are great
love
tips.
that.
And I definitely agree, especially the last one, man. Sitting in a room with people just outplaying you on guitar is very humbling. It makes you just want to be better.
It kind of reminds me of like I'm a big sports guy, so
Yeah.
like you always say you want to play against people that are better than you because it makes you better. So
Yeah, you don't want to keep just like
Yeah.
playing the easy people.
Yeah,
You're just going
right.
to beat them every time.
Right.
Like,
I can't tell you how many times I've played Super Mario Brothers World 1, Level 1, and I can nail it first try, 1,000 points, killing it, great.
yeah.
You can't get to the final level like that. I mean, yeah, first level you'll kill it, and maybe you can post it online, and we're doing great. That's perfect. But that's the first level.
Yeah.
There's a whole castle you got to beat.
Yeah,
Sure.
right. Oh wow, I like that analogy for life. That's
Yeah.
a whole castle.
Yeah, anything you want to put that to, whether it be,
Yeah, right.
literature or a banking career,
Right.
anything
There's
you
a
want to
whole-
throw that to, it works.
We
Yeah.
should call this podcast is going to be called Life Lessons with Seph. I love it. I love it. So what's next for you? Feel free to just tell us everything, because I know you always have 1,000,010 things going on, which is awesome. Like you're everywhere. And I think you just had Seph, I can't say it, your festival that you had. Please tell us a little
people
bit.
have told me that they said we can't say.
I
Wait,
can't.
I have to stop
Well-
and think about it. Seph Festival.
There it is.
There it is.
Perfect. Amazing.
And then they started calling it the Sephening, and I
The
was like,
Sephening.
okay, all right, I can work with that too.
All right, I like that.
And so that was in Maryland at Black Locust Hops Farm. They have always been so good to me. I've probably played like 10 shows there. Let me do weekend runs. I've got to play there September 20th and 21st. And I think I've got a New Year's show there as well. And they are just so kind. Lisa and Shay, thank you. Thank you, Lisa and Shay. Thank you. I've got to play in Alabama on October 5th for
Wow.
Cabin Fever South. And I always like to travel and play. There's nothing like going somewhere new and seeing, I wonder if they're going to like it. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's almost like your first show locally. Like, are they going to like it? Are they going to hate it?
Yeah.
We're going to find out. And either way, it doesn't matter because you're out of town. You never have to talk to people. But if it goes like Maryland does, then it's awesome. And they just love it. And it's always so comforting and so comfortable. But right now, what's next for me? And what I'm doing right now is I'm playing with Carissa Joy and Brian McKee in a group called Sky Dolphin. And Carissa Joy has her own career. She's just killing it. She's playing with the high frequency. She's set in with everybody in town. She's fantastic. I'm a huge fan. She's one of my best friends now. And Brian McKee is the drummer from the Flat Breaks as well, my band that I mentioned earlier. But he's playing with the Mad Iguanas, and he's playing with he sets in with everybody. If this town needs a fill-in drummer, if they don't get Brian McKee, they're making a mistake.
Okay.
Because he's that
Gotta get a
good.
drum set.
Yeah,
He's that
right.
good. If y'all move
Yeah, I
this desk
know.
forward a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, and he plays like acoustic hand drums too. He could get right in this corner. It would work out great.
Wow.
Sweet.
And so I'm really like leaning on this Sky Dolphin thing hard. I believe in it hard. I've had that's why I'm wearing a pink shirt right now.
Yes.
Well, not why. I mean, I like pink shirts and I like Hello Kitty a lot. But it gives me the liberty to show up to shows and wear this shirt. We're playing at Martin's. We've got the every other Tuesday spot at Martin's
Okay.
at 9:30 p.m.
Sweet.
And so that'll be tonight, 2 weeks from now, all the way through the end of the year. And and we're gonna do special events. We did a Sky Dolphin Beach party 2 weeks ago. I think we had like 7 people on stage at one point. It was just busting wide open. They're all very talented. Locally, I love that. I'm going to be putting my next solo album out on November 19th, which is my birthday. Awesome. It's also a Tuesday, so it works out good for a music release.
Yeah.
And it's like a week and a half before Thanksgiving.
Awesome.
And so I will be doing that. That's going to be great. I also, this Thursday, I'll be starting back teaching at Community High School. I'm doing their music program, which is it's not really like a concert band with trumpets and clarinets. It's more of like that movie School of Rock.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
awesome.
I did that last year too, and we had 3 amazing concerts, and they were like just great kids to work with. It's just awesome. And the week after next week, I'll be starting back at Hollins University, and so I'll be doing their acoustic and electric guitar, banjo, fiddle, mandolin, ukulele courses. I'll be doing their Appalachian ensemble courses, which is somewhere between old time and bluegrass. And I think in the spring semester, I'm going to start running their jazz ensemble course as well. So on top of all of that, if you'd like any kind of private lesson at all, any type of anything, I teach private lessons upstairs at Fret Mill Music in downtown Roanoke. I'll be there like 3-4 days a week once school starts. I've been doing landscaping all summer, helping my dad's business.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
Oh, so we had some, things to take care of in the family, and I let Dad take care of that, and just was there to support. And I've got this sick farmer's tan. I've got such a good farmer's tan right now.
You're very tan. I'm jealous.
No, I had to fight for this.
I had to fight for this.
It was not a luxury experience, if you want to put it
You're
like
a busy man.
Yeah, he does not slow down.
I don't like to if I don't have to.
Yeah, right.
No, I love that. Well, that's awesome. You got a lot going on, and now I want you to just tell people where to find your music and where to connect with you online. So for all of you listening, he's going to tell you where to find him so you can harass him for guitar lessons like I did. Go ahead.
Okay, so the best part is I got the name lottery. My real name is Seph Custer, right? But I have 3 older sisters and no younger siblings, and they couldn't get Joseph out, so it came out Seph. So I'm Seph Custer. If you Google me, I'm first result. I'm result number 1. That's easy
awesome.
peasy.
No Google ads.
I'm
I like
on
it.
I'm on Spotify. I'm on iTunes Music. Wherever you buy your YouTube. What is it? What's the YouTube Premium? Is it just called YouTube Premium?
I think so.
It used to be called YouTube Red, which that feels awkward.
Yeah.
I don't like that very much.
Changed it.
But I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So if you could simply Google it and then pick your preferred music provider.
That's easy. That's easy enough.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, man, for joining us. And we were hoping you could stay and play us a little tune. Is that cool?
No, I'm just kidding.
Absolutely not.
Please,
I just talked about music for however long this was, but I am not going to play you any. Sorry about it.
Well, we're going to pause for a second, get set up, and then we'll be right back with a tune. Stay with us.
All right, so my original thought was like, hey, I wrote this brand new song like this morning, like 4 hours ago, to do for here. And so now I thought about it more, and I was like, well, it's kind of like an advertisement as a teacher as well. Yeah. So we're going to split it half and half. We're going to see where we get with this. I work all day in the sun. I work until the day is done. And I go out over the moon, 'cause I ain't working. I pay
Oh my God. That was awesome, man.
Oh, cool.
Holy